අපි ඔබේ ඇස් දෙක ඉතා පරෙස්සමින් සුරකින්නට කටයුතු කරන්නේ නිවැරදි තාක්ෂණයෙන් පිරිපුන් පරීක්ෂාවන් ඔබ වෙතගෙන එමින්. Vision Care. විශ්වාසනීය දැක්ම.
The oil price rose today in the world market, heading for its largest weekly increase in a month, as the market prepared for a potential disruption to crude flows from major exporter Iran in face of US sanctions. The United States plans to impose new sanctions against Iran, which produces about 4% of global oil supplies, after abandoning an agreement reached in late 2015 that curbed Tehran's nuclear activities in exchange for removal of US and European sanctions. Accordingly, Brent crude futures rose 27 cents to $77.48 a barrel, having gained 3.5% so far this week, and today's oil prices is at its highest since late 2014. In such a backdrop, during the cabinet meeting held last night, it was decided to increase the fuel prices of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. The decision was taken with the Indian Oil Company already having increased their prices of fuel on the 24th of March, with a hike in oil prices in the global market. Accordingly, a litre of auto diesel was increased by 5 rupees and a litre of 92 octane by 9 rupees. The price hike by the Lanka Indian Oil Company created a significant demand for fuel from the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. The increased consumption led to the CPC incurring a daily loss of 38 million rupees. With today's increase in fuel prices, the price of octane 92 petrol will be 137 rupees, while octane 95 will be priced at 148 rupees per litre. Price of auto diesel will go up to 109 rupees, while super diesel will be sold at 119 rupees. Kerosene is also included in the price hike, and it sees a price of litre jumping from 44 rupees to 101 rupees. In the meantime, a special media briefing was held at the Ministry of Finance in the evening to explain the new price formula for fuel.
The cabinet approved the fuel pricing formula yesterday, and that will be implemented from midnight tonight. These prices will be reviewed every 2 months, and on the 5th of the next month, prices will be adjusted and announced accordingly, according to this formula. So when the price goes up, it will be reflected in the price, and of course when the price goes down, it will also be reflected in the price. And according to forecast, for example, the price of fuel is scheduled to come down in the first quarter of next year. And when it does, again, hopefully the prices will come down and reflect prices in the market. One of the, of course, the estimated revenue loss under the existing pricing formula is in the region of 55 billion rupees, which basically is the annual budgetary allocation for the Ministry of Agriculture. And also this sum, if used for development, can provide nearly 168 million per divisional secretariat, which we are going to do. In fact, we are launching the rapid village development program called Gamperaliya in August. And the money we are saving because of removing this subsidy will be used, and we have decided to continue the subsidy given to kerosene to certain segments in society, especially the fisheries community with small boats who utilize kerosene will continue to get kerosene at the old price. And also the very poor Samurdhi beneficiaries who still use small kerosene lamps at home, especially the ones who do not have electricity at home. All those are basically, and also the estates, because even in the estate sector, there's a sizable number who still use kerosene for cooking and for lighting up purposes.
The minister also responded to questions raised by journalists over the influence of the International Monetary Fund on government's decision to increase prices for fuel.
IMF line, the deadline or whatever is not the issue. Actually, this is something we have to do for ourselves. To say that this is an IMF condition is unfair, because that implies that this is something done for the benefit of the IMF. This in fact is something we are doing for the benefit of our country and our people.
Meanwhile, being a part of the same media briefing, State Minister of Finance Iran Vikramaratne responded to queries by journalists on being able to predict future fuel prices based on the new fuel price formula.
If we can predict President Trump, we can predict the price of oil.
Gas worldwide is highly fluctuating primary com. The good thing here is because of the formula, businesses, right, if they know what the forward movements are or even the futures, they can decide and budget accordingly. Big advantage.
In the meantime, in an inquiry by Derana, the Lanka IOC said that they too have decided to increase the prices of fuel in line with the price hike by the CPC. They, however, said the rates are yet to be decided on. The government's announcement of a fuel price hike had a profound effect on consumers, with long queues seen near fuel stations.
Actually, I don't know. Petrol will increase 20 rupees as well as diesel also same. It's bit difficult for passengers. Actually, it's really disadvantage for us.
Just heard that the oil price had gone up and we are really disappointed. As usual, Sri Lanka is going down.
Actually, without any notice, this is like the blame should go to the government, because without a further notice, we don't get any information. So you can see the queue also. So it's a very disappointing thing.
In the meantime, the Consumer Affairs Authority, issuing a communique this afternoon, said that there were complaints of certain fuel stations rejecting the sale of fuel in expectation of increasing prices. It further said that action will be taken against owners of such fuel stations who inconvenience the public.